Hey everybody, doing a quick review on the Rat 2 Ontario, the smaller brother to the Rat 1. This particular knife, real quick on the dimensions, is about 4 inches closed. It's got about a 3.1 inch blade, so overall you're looking at about 7.1 inches. So small EDC, but still a good amount of blade. I don't remember the weight, but it's not very heavy. This is a very light EDC. This is just an amazing knife, and I really mean that. All the reviews, everything about it's legit. It really is. Um, there's a few reasons why, and the one of the reasons that it's not is because I'm not a real big fan of these FRN nylon handles, but what you get with the rest of this knife for under $25 makes all that okay. It's just mostly because it feels good. It's just kind of slippery, and it's definitely not G10. But again, I've seen G10. There are G10 knives out there, or knives with G10 that are under $20, but the rest of the knife is garbage. So this is something I can certainly live past, or get past. Excuse me. And the lanyard hold, all things considered, is still pretty good, considering they have a good excuse unlike some other knife blades out there, because this particular one has a four-way adjustable pocket clip, as you can see here. So they had an excuse. What's everybody else's excuse for these small lanyard holes, guys? Come on. Um, so onto the actual knife itself. First of all, the it's not assisted. It is a manual open blade, but it might as well be assisted because it sure feels that way. And man, this thing flies open. See that? It actually looks very similar to. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry, I got only one hand here today. It looks very similar to my Ganzo G727. Bigger size like the Rat One, but as you can see, kind of similar. Axis lock, liner lock, but very similar blades. Um, there's just so much I like about this knife. Other than the fact that you get the four-way adjustable pocket clip, the pocket clip itself is a great deep carry. The only knock on the clip for me is a matter of personal preference, but I don't like how I have to dig my finger in there like that. I shouldn't. I don't feel like I should have to. I know it tightens up I know it tightens up the blade in the pocket, but I've had others that just aren't as aggressive and they're just fine. So for me, it just needs to not be so aggressive right here. Otherwise, I mean, it's a great deep carry. You're not going to see this blade. This would be a great knife, especially if you work in the corporate world and you have a pair of slacks, or even for you ladies if you wearing your slacks. Um, this will work just fine. This is so small. It's also a great knife because it's not a real scary knife when you open it up. And speaking of, look at that beautiful blade. Look at that. The I don't really need to know much about the Adventure Randall's training, but whatever, I'll take it. It's got the, as you can see here, it's got the Oz 8 steel. Many knives that are not produced in America, which this one is not, are produced in China, and with that you get 8CR13 MOV, which is a very comparable steel to Oz 8. It's the Chinese version steel. I prefer Oz 8 personally, but it's a matter of preference. But remember, I said it's not made in America, but don't be fooled. It's not made in China. It's made in Taiwan. See, it's even better. So another just little small perk. I know a lot of people are USA snobs or just anti-China knife snobs. I happen to own Kaisers, etc., and I still think they can make some great knives. But if you care that much, it's not a Chinese knife. The ergonomics, and I'm a medium-sized guy, medium hand-sized guy, pretty much everything medium for a guy, and I can easily get four fingers on and have about a quarter of an inch or so. If you're a large-handed person, you may be kind of right there, but still, it's just small potatoes to me. Everything about this knife is great. The jimping on the back is there for your needs and your necessities, but it's not overly aggressive. I don't like overly aggressive jimping, but that's just me. It's got the beautiful satin finished drop point blade. It's almost takes up practically a mirror like finish, and it's just a beautiful blade and extremely sharp. I can't even begin. I unfortunately didn't bring a piece of paper, the one thing I should have brought, but take my word for it, it's extremely sharp compared to my Spyderco Tenacious, and it's twice as much price tag, and it's 8CR13 MOV, and it's been on the exact same uh, sharpener. This blade just outdoes it on every level, and I've done all the tests from paracord, paper, cardboard boxes, uh, you name it. See, and it's just an amazing knife. It feels great in the hand. The liner lock is perfect. It engages just fine. No reason to ever feel like that this is going to disengage and go down on your fingers. I'm having a lot of struggles here today with getting this to focus. My terrible iPhone here. There we go. Um, but yeah, there we go. So it's a very, very nice liner lock mechanism. Works just fine. And, just falls into place. One of the few. There we go. One of the few knives that'll do that. I'm telling you, under 25. Tell me which knives do, and let me know. I'm gonna go buy them. It just cooperates so well. It just flicks open, and this is just a perfect knife, guys. I don't know what else to tell you other than go out and go buy it. Whether you just want it in your collection or you just want an inexpensive everyday carry, I've done a lot of work with this knife, and it has lived up to every single task. It's a beautiful knife, and I just wanted to give you a quick review on it. I truly do recommend this knife to the absolute fullest. It's really that great of a knife, guys. So I hope you enjoy it, and if you like it, please let me know what you think, and I'm definitely looking forward to feedback and comments. Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a great one.